Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Louise's Bookish Adventures. Today is all about my book haul before my birthday. Birthday's next week, so I'll do a book haul for all my birthday books that I've gotten. And any books, that I got with gift cards and stuff like that. But for now, it's just before my birthday book haul. So the first one I want to talk about is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It is about this girl named Poppy. It is about this girl named Poppy who, she's a maiden, so she's not allowed to feel like love, happiness, joy, pleasure, and her entire purpose is to bring a new era to the kingdom and the world. And really all she wants to be, though, is a guard. She just wants to live a normal life as a guard and not have this huge purpose on top of her. I've heard great things about this, and I've read Jennifer L. Armentrout's other book. I actually have one on my TBR that I still have to read, but I really wanted to give it a shot because I heard wonderful things. I've liked her writing so far, and I know there's a sequel and a third one coming out soon, so I really wanted to get through the first two and then read the third one as it comes out. But yeah, I can't wait to get into this. I know I'm going to love it, and I'm hoping I'm not building this expectation up too much, but I cannot wait to read it. Next is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. This is about Spensa, and Spensa lives in a world where, she's the last of the human race. The hero pilots after the war are the last of the human race, and she wants to become a pilot. It's her dream. Problem is, her father was a pilot, and he died deserting his team. So there's almost slim to none chance that she'll become a pilot because no one ever lets her forget what her father did. Again, Brandon Sanderson, great author, I've heard. I have a few other books of his. I have a huge, I have the Mistborn trilogy. I have the first 4 books of the Starlight series. So I have a good amount to get through. So this is his YA book. But I'm excited. I'm not really into space kind of books, but I'm hoping maybe I'll get into it because it's him, and then it'll be a new genre for me. Next is these many books. So I went to this used bookstore last week, and I was looking for Philippa Gregory books, but they had Julia Quinn books, and they had The Duke and I, and the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I'm still missing the last one. I'm hoping to get that today, but so The Duke and I is about this girl named Daphne Bridgerton who comes from this well-off family, and it is her job to get married. That's what happened back then. Girls were to get married and have children, and that's how they became stable women and stabilize their future. But she doesn't really like any of the guys, and then the Duke appears, and he's this really quiet, mysterious guy that really doesn't want to get married or ever have children, and he's everyone loves him because he's this mysterious, good-looking guy, and she kind of uses that in a sense that if she's with him, more men will become interested in her, and if he's with her, mothers will leave him alone for their daughters. So that's the idea, and then a love starts blooming between them. There is a Netflix show of this, and that's kind of why I picked it up, because I love the Netflix show so much. I wanted to read the book, and then I got kind of crazy and bought the 6 ones after that. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this. I'm not really into romance, but Bridgerton was so good, and I think I'll like this because there's someone called Miss Whistletown who's the gossip, and she tells everyone in the town what's going on, which makes me love it even more because I'm just into that, this is what's happening. And yeah, but I'm excited. I cannot wait to read the whole series, preferably before, at least read the sequel before the next season comes out, because they've mentioned that each season will be each book. So, but yeah, super excited. Next, I have The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell by Chris Colfer. If you don't know, Chris Colfer was on Glee, and he came out with this series, and I seemed really interesting, and I like Chris Colfer. And it's when the twins' grandmother gives them a treasured fairy tale book. They have no idea they're about to enter land beyond all imagining, the land of stories where fairy tales are real. That seems so interesting to me. It's like Once Upon a Time kind of, and I like that idea. And it's, you know, these like middle grade young reading books have gotten bigger and bigger. Like, so yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I love Chris Colfer, you know, as an actor. I saw another movie he was in where I think he got struck by lightning and died in it, but he actually wrote that too. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot and like read his book. All right, so last but not least is these 3 books: Tears of a Tiger, Forged by Fire, and Darkness Before Dawn, all by Sharon M. Draper. A friend of my boyfriend's actually sent these to me to get into more like books written by, you know, African American authors, and it takes place in Hazelwood High, and it's, no, it can't be, not Robert Washington. He's the captain of the Hazelton High Tigers. He couldn't have died, but in one horrifying moment in an awful fiery explosion, he did. This loss is devastating. How can any of them move on? Gradually, though, everyone does, except Robert's best friend, Andy. He was driving when it happened, and his guilt and the desperate sounds of his friend's last cries for help are destroying him from the inside out. Will he be able to move forward, or is this one accident that will claim the futures of not one tiger, but 2? And I guess, like, each one is, you know, it seems like each one is about someone in Hazelwood High. But yeah, this seems really interesting. And it has a nonviolent social change award. Like, that's huge. So I can't wait to, you know, read it and see what it's about. And yeah, I'm always interested in getting new books, new authors, new genres into my reading repertoire. So really excited. So those are all. I mean, it seems like more because I really only talked about this one in the series, because I really don't know what any of them else have, but I can show them to you by one. So I have The Duke and I, The Viscount Who Loved Me, An Offer from a Gentleman, When He Was Wicked, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, To Sir Philip with Love, and It's in His Kiss. I'm missing Happily Ever After Bridgerton, I think. So can't wait to get that one today. But yeah, this was my book haul, my crazy book haul. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye.